Hello, this is Father Roger from the MSC Mission Office, and you're with Mission Alive, and we have some special visitors here this morning from Nauru. There's 4 of them, and you have a lovely looking young lady looking at you in the camera. And can you introduce yourself and tell us a bit of a story about the history of the Catholic Church in the Pacific and in Nauru?
Hi, my name is Rosita Rocambuli. I'm 19 years old and I was born and raised in Nauru, but I'm a bit of a mix. So I have a Fijian side as well from my dad's side. Just a brief background on the stories that I've been told of the Catholic Church in Fiji first. So my grandfather has always said that although he isn't Catholic, he is proud of the fact that the Catholic Church, first missionaries to ever come to Fiji, settled first in our island home of Namukela Kambara. That's in the Lau province in Fiji. It's one of the outer islands. And he's proud of that fact because of all the thousands of islands in the Lau province, the Catholics decided to settle and start their mission on our island, Kambara. Fast forward from that history, what I really liked about living in Fiji was the fact that despite being in one small village, everywhere I looked there was all these different denominations, and that just showed the harmony that Fiji had. Everyone always acknowledges Fiji for its multiculturalism, but I never saw it that way because I just thought we were one people. What I did acknowledge was the multi-religions that just coincided with each other peacefully. There were some hiccups along the way, some new denominations having trouble with trying to get the right time to do their sermons without interrupting the other religions. But at the end of the day, we do communicate peacefully, and we all got to have our time to pray to our God. We all had one God. That's one thing we all understood. We just had different methods of praising Him. Well, that's what I know so far, Fiji. It's not really much. It's just stories I've been hearing from my grandfather. What I do know about Nauru is that the first ever Catholic brother we had was Brother Calixtus Beta from Germany. He came to Nauru and he started his mission. The first child that he baptized was actually from my district in Nauru, Nibek district. And ever since then, I guess Catholicism has grown in Nauru, and that has always been the main religion. That's the religion that has started our government as well. Our country motto, which I'm always proud of to say as well, our whole entire national motto is God's will first. And that's one thing that I'm also proud of as being a Nauruan, is that although we're a small island country, we're all just driven by faith through God, and we always start off any legal matters with that saying to remind us that without God's guidance, we will be lost. And that's what I'm proud of from coming from Nauru. Thank you.
You spoke before about the feast day. 120 years of the church in Nauru.
Just in December, we celebrated our 120 feast day to commemorate the arrival of Brother Calixtus Beta. It was also my first, because I just came back from studies in Australia. It was my first time ever attending this event, and it was most memorable. I narrated the story of Brother Calixtus Beta, and it was really emotional because knowing his story, knowing his travels, his connection with the community, and how he got everyone to love him. He was memorable because of just being himself and all the good deed that he did for the island. He brought in new medicine and just brought in help for all the islanders. What his mission in creating the church as well, the first ever church in Arubo. Till now the church stands. It has expanded quite well. We have now a Father's Home, and we also have a new Catholic church in Yadin as well that was built.
That's the first.
That's
the first church in Yadin.
Oh, apologies. My youth leader has corrected me. The first church was in Yadin district, and then later on we created a second one in Arubo. Hopefully, Christ the King Church in Arubo. Both churches have been expanding over the years. We have been having a lot of Catholics coming to church, although over the years the Sunday masses have been full. It's just the weekday masses that we're losing faith, I guess is how you say it. But then again, that's all just in awareness, like all the different churches coming into the island, just staying strong Catholic faith. And the one thing we do notice is that on every feast day you see the numbers of Catholics coming to church, from children to grandparents. And yeah, that's the story of the Nauru Catholics.